Hey, it's Ari here. Hope you're doing well. If you are on this video right now, then you might be doing a bit of research on a program called the Faceless Creator, or in other words, there's another program similar to this called Faceless Creator Academy. And both programs, I believe, are the same. And these programs were created by a guy named Devon Canup, I think is how you pronounce his last name. So he has a pretty large following on TikTok. He has 250,000 followers right here. And he also has a couple different YouTube channels about basically just building wealth, right? So basically what he is primarily known for is he teaches how to make money with faceless YouTube channels, right? So YouTube automation is the business model right here. And this, I believe, is his latest program. I know he had another one, like I mentioned, called Faceless Creator Academy. So I want to say that's the same program as this, but right here on the page, it says how to make your first 10K in 90 days with Faceless YouTube, even if you've never edited a video, hate being on camera, and only have 90 minutes a day. So I'm going to talk about what to expect here with this program, but of course, real quick, if at any point you want to check out my favorite way of earning a full-time income online as a complete beginner, then you could check out my free training down below at any point. And this is really great if you want to build up residual income online using 100% free traffic. So you could check this out at any point if you want. Otherwise, we'll talk about Faceless Creator and what this is all about right here. So like I mentioned, this is all about helping you build up faceless YouTube channels. And this is where you pretty much outsource everything, right? So this is a business model that's been around for quite a while. It's pretty popular. And it is highly attractive to people who are brand new online because most people don't want to show their face on social media. They don't want to do videos like what I'm doing right here, where I'm just talking on camera, even though, in my opinion, it's not that hard to do. But the benefit here is you could pretty much just outsource everything. So what you learn here are different niches to go viral and make money. And then this also teaches about AI tools like Claude and ChatGPT. And then it pretty much creates 80 to 90% of your videos for you. And then you have other people pretty much build everything for you. So how that works is you hire someone, usually on a platform like Upwork.com, and you could hire a video editor, you could hire someone to write the scripts for you, and you could also have someone make the thumbnails, although a lot of this stuff you can also do with AI as well. And then they create the videos, you post them on your channel, and then you could do either like a music channel or something like subliminals. These are different ways that you could do faceless channels. And then as you do that, then you start to rack up views. And then, of course, you could monetize your channel that way. So that being said, the actual program itself, so the way that this is structured is you're going to attend a 90-minute webinar. And if you've been on any webinars before, you typically most likely know how this works. At the end of the masterclass, there is a pitch at the end to join the full program, right? So how much does it cost to actually join this program? From what I've gathered, and so I'm not an affiliate of Devon personally, but this program, from what I've gathered, is around $6,000 to get in. So it is quite a high ticket program that you would be investing in. And so that is to learn the full strategy right here. And so this is definitely a lot more compared to other courses that are inside of this niche. A lot of other ones that start with a webinar usually around $1,500 to $2,000. So $6,000 is a bit pricey in my opinion. However, to give credit where credit's due, Devon has been in this space for many years. And so you could say that because of the amount of testimonials he has from other people that have worked for him over the years, you could say that maybe the demand has gone up and maybe he just decided that this was worth more than that, right? So just something to mention. And of course, you could decide for yourself. You could, of course, watch the webinar and decide for yourself whether that's, of course, worth it for you. Now, some things to be aware of when it comes to this business model, right? I mentioned that the program itself is going to be around a couple of $1,000 to get in, or around $6,000 at the very least. And then the other thing to be aware of is starting this channel is not free, right? So because you are outsourcing a lot of this stuff, understand that you are going to need to invest at least $5,000 most likely before you can really monetize your channel. And so that's going to be because you're going to be posting a lot of videos up front. And because YouTube channels take time to build up, then you're likely not going to see a profit within your first few months of posting. So that's just something to be aware of. And you're going to need to invest quite a bit of money in hiring an editor that can edit your videos. And are there ways that you can edit videos with AI? Yes. However, I believe that the more efficient way of doing that is still actually hiring an editor. I personally believe that's a much better approach. If you are making videos mainly with AI, the other risk that comes with that is the fact that YouTube is starting to crack down on a lot of AI generated videos. So one thing that I've read recently is YouTube recently banned, I think there were like 2 very big channels that were posting videos with AI, and they completely demonetized those channels altogether. So if you are doing this to make money with the YouTube monetization program, just be aware that this is probably not going to be the most stable type of income online. So my recommendation would be to have something to sell or market in your video descriptions. So depending on the type of channel that you create, then you could of course try and find something that you feel would resonate with the viewers that watch the videos. And so maybe if you do like a subliminal channel, for example, you could have a link in your description where you recommend a program that has the best subliminals, right? And that could be one way that you monetize your channel. And I wouldn't recommend relying on YouTube AdSense, because that could be very up and down as it is already. But then of course there is the risk that YouTube will start to suppress a lot of faceless channels. And so that is something that I have seen quite a bit, especially if it's channels that are utilizing AI. So that's just the thing that I would of course be aware of. And then of course the main issue in my opinion would be the fact that you are going to need quite a lot of money upfront to invest in order to really get this off the ground. So the benefit of course is the fact that you don't have to make the videos. It's 90% automated for you. You just have to just hire the right people, and then they just take care of everything for you. However, the caveat to that is the fact that it's going to cost a lot of money to start. So if you're someone right now who's watching this video, understand that it's going to cost a minimum of $1,000 just to get started, including the cost of the program, the cost of starting the channel, and maybe you might have a couple channels that you start that don't take off, and then that might cost a bit more. So just something to be aware of. So I would say maybe $15,000 minimum you got to invest before expecting something to really take off the ground. So for that reason, my personal recommendation for this is a better business model for someone who is already experienced online. Maybe you have an existing YouTube channel that you're posting on that is already monetized. Maybe you have like a personal brand type channel, and you figure out a way to monetize that, and you're already doing quite well. Maybe you just want to add this as another income stream. Then I think this would be really great for someone who's already experienced in something. However, if you are brand new right now and you want something that you could start as a beginner without having to invest thousands of dollars up front, then my personal recommendation would be to utilize platforms like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and do that in a way where you just promote digital products online. So that's my recommendation. You don't have to invest anything with that. You could just start posting videos either just with your phone, just like this, do 5-second videos, post multiple of them per day, and then you could even do YouTube videos like this, simple talking head videos, and then you just have a link below towards a product that you recommend. So if you want to see a very simple way to do this, and if you want to see how to build a residual income online, then you could check out my free training that is linked down below, and you could of course learn more about what it is that I do. So that being said, if you found this video helpful, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Give us a thumbs up and take care, all the best.